I now require a major Roman city on the Empire's northern border. Create a city of no fewer than 7,000 souls within sight of the Alps. Furthermore, I expect you to achieve higher levels of prosperity and culture than you have done so far, although your goals are still only moderately high. Ordinarily, I would expect more of you from a province as large as Mediolanum, but the rugged terrain will provide you with a new challenge. This time of rampant warfare is hard on all my governors. The great Carthaginian general Hannibal is on the march, and Rome is locked in the greatest struggle in her long history. When this so-called Punic War finally ends, either Rome or Carthage will rule the Mediterranean for all time. Of course, Rome shall prevail, but I've yet to find the general who can crush this Hannibal. With the Alps guarding your province, you probably have less to fear from Hannibal than do most other Roman governors. No army could cross such a barrier. Nonetheless, Rome's enemies are bolder than ever. Prepare strong defenses just in case. The Carthaginians are formidable warriors.
Formidable indeed, and 2 years ago I played through this map, forging an alliance with Hannibal to fight the Roman army and win with an army of gladiators and lion tamers. We will not be doing that this time. I want to build a grand city here at Mediolanum, far greater than Caesar expects, although we have a bit of a challenge in that regard. And that is gimping ourselves that we don't accidentally fulfill the criteria here. I do not wish to dip my favour below 30 if I can avoid it, because that would bring me dangerously close to inciting the wrath of the Emperor himself, which I can relatively safely do twice, but third time and beyond he's going to send so many troops it's going to flatten me. So straight away Governor Marvin here is going to drop down his own salary so that Caesar does not get too angry with us too quickly, eradicate taxes and boost wages to make our city seem really appealing. Might seem a bit old that I do that for every scenario I'm dropped into, but it works. We're also going to set up trade routes with both the possible areas because they're going to buy our iron, our weapon, and our furniture. And everything should go quite well. I trust everything looks and sounds okay. If it doesn't, I'm sure you'll keep me right. So, as I said, we were here 2 years ago, but I want to make a full run-through of all career missions this year being 2016 for the distant future that might be watching this. So that means I gotta redo this one, but I did it to a fairly low standard last time. I believe it was mostly small casas and large villas, maybe even grand villas, but that's not good enough. I want something truly great here in Mediolanum, so I'm going to need to clear a path. So, what's the lowdown with Mediolanum here? It better be Mediolanum or else I'm going to feel like a right fool. Yes, it is. Thank goodness. Mediolanum has tons of farmland, but it's ill-positioned because you have to branch off into these good building areas or build on the farmland itself. There is a very good chunk of land here, and fairly good land here and here, but they can't really do all this farmland justice, but we're going to try. I want to build a city far larger than he expects. He expects 7,000, I want to get over 10,000, and we are going to live to the highest quality that we can. That is, everybody in Grand Insulae and Grand Villas, and possibly Medium Insulae if the oil imports don't cover it. We can import 15 oil, which will cover 100 and something buildings. Oh man, now I'm thinking. Each building is going to consume 0.24 in a year. Yeah, numbers. We'll hit that issue when we get to it. Now, I like having my starting area kind of tucked away, and this looks like a good tucking area, so let's make it so as best we can. I'm going to clear out these trees. I will need them later on to fulfill those exports, but the tricky thing is, how am I going to use this farmland as best I can? Urban Giraffe is there with the numbers. I'm sure he'll keep me right on how many people I can give oil to. So I'm going to need to figure out how to use this as effectively as I can. So what'll I do? I think I've got an idea here. We're going to run with it, at least for now. Set up you there. And let's do this. I'm initially just going to farm for wheat, but when I start approaching Grand Insulae levels, I'm going to diversify that food. So, might be a little foolish to get these on the go just yet. So maybe I should think about how this is going to go. And a bit more I want people to come in and around here, so let's maybe do it like this. That gives us 2 spaces there. We'll bring you up a fair chunk. I'm going to need an aqueduct here. There's no ifs and no buts about that. So I'll just slam it in and work around it. Now, as I am very keen to say time and time again when streaming this game, I'm doing everything ad-lib here. No planning going into it, which makes it very difficult and, dare I say, stressful. Not something, not a phrase I would often use when playing this game, because I love this game. I'm just trying to get this sorted out just right. We'll give this a step up of 3, I guess. Let's bring it up and along here, and I'm probably going to need a Colosseum here later on since I want Grand Insulae. So if I stick you there-ish, maybe up another nudge. It might be a bit wider than I need it because I'll need 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So straight away this is a lot wider than I need. But maybe wide is good. Maybe wide is very good. Yeah, well, what the hell. We'll just have it like that. If there's any issues with its design, we're going to have to work around it later on, but this should do us at least for now. And I'm going to need people here. The main reason I've got it built like this is because I think I'm going to have a bit of a figure of 8. Okay, that's fine. Bit of a figure of 8 going on here, and I need walkers to supply you guys there. That should work. Should being the ever operative word. And I need to sort out my farmlands. I don't know how many people I'm going to be able to feed straight away, but we'll get it sorted. It's only 50 assuming perfect imports, Jake. Bollocks. Oh well, we'll work it out. What we will also work out is a way to put down our farms here that gets everything hunky-dory. I would love to stick a farm here, but I fear if I have a loop going this way, they're not going to get all the housing that they need. So let's get rid of that. Gotta stop myself from saying Vasca all the time now. It is important to allow people to walk up through here because this is a great choke point to catch Hannibal's troops. And catch them we shall. I say it time and time again, but man, I love Caesar 3. It's such a good game. Should be illegal to be this good. I wonder if maybe I could set it here and go around this. Might be a bit of a waste, but it also might be for the better. It's also a long way to go for our people to get any kind of labor access, but it might be okay. We'll just throw it all down. Farms are cheap to lay down and cheap to destroy, so I'm not too concerned if I make a mistake with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I want as close to 20 as I can get. I get the feeling I probably won't hit that high. Alright, what's that then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh well, 18 I can work with. I could always add a bit more if I feel I need it in the future. This is looking a-okay. I'm just going to add a lot more houses. This does not seem like a good place to throw said houses though, because it's going to be difficult to make it an attractive place to live. This area, not so hard though. But I'm going to want markets here, so I'll give 1, 2, 3 leeways. So we'll get you guys set up and just start building. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Perhaps that is not the best place to be building areas for people to live. It's difficult to gauge how and where my walkers are going to go. I don't know if this loop is going to be big enough for everyone. I have a bit of an idea for this that may or may not work. That's not so good, but this could be. I'm getting kind of excited about this. I always get the same feeling of excitement when I play Caesar. I'm talking about the game, not the guy. But that, well, that's its own discussion, really. Let's get plenty of this up and on the go. And straight away we are going to need temples to keep everybody happy. Thankfully we can import marble, and also thankfully everything is going to be done on land trade routes. These I intend on getting rid of later on, so we're just throwing them down like this for now, except Venus is taking up prime water fountain area. This will all be very heavily redesigned shortly. And I won't put water down until we've started establishing Tent City. Now this is a northern area, so I don't have to worry about prefectures at all unless I'm planning on crime, and why would I ever plan on crime? Okay, that was a poor move to make, because apparently these guys are blocked in and will perish. I think I'll throw you there then, we'll see how it goes. But I need people to arrive before things are going to happen. I am horrifically low on denarii already, which does not bode well. So I need to get my industry up and on the go recht nu, really. So how are we looking? We're going to keep this as the forestry area that we're going to be grabbing all that from. And yes, that's a bit much. We're going to need a distance of 2 here anyway. So we'll give you 1, 2, 1, 2. And this will be where it all goes on. And what goes on is, well, enough to fulfill our exports to begin with. 25 weapons, 25 furniture. And 25 furniture can be covered by, I'll do a bit of maths in my head, 3 timber yards should cover that. But it doesn't make much sense to do timber yards when I can do iron mines first, since I'm going to get a lot more bang for my buck on the weapons. So let's get that set up straight away. It's a higher initial cost to set up weapon areas, but only slightly. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6. And we'll get our warehouse set up right there. Close enough to the exit that it's not going to affect efficiency much. Now I can also export iron, I'm just not entirely convinced I want to. I mean, it's money, 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 right? Actually, when I think about it that way, I really should be doing iron. It is free money after all. Need 1 for the furniture that we're also going to be exporting. 1, 2, 3. And said workshops for the furniture. 1 raw material place feeds 2 manufactories. So this is all looking great, and they will get their labour draw from the houses here. Always important to factor in the labour. I should have made this a little wider, but I didn't. Oh well, not to worry. Jake, how do you feel about Emperor and Master of Olympus? I'm sorry to say that it's only Caesar that really does it for me, and boy does it do it for me. Now I hope the walkers are going to walk the way I want them to. Especially the farmers. I mean, if they make a swift walk around here, they might not get all the labour that I need them to, but I can't be sure about that until things actually get in motion. So we're going to hope that wolves do not consume our population on their way here, and we'll get going. Now, I don't often do this, but I'm going to set governance and religion to priority 1 so that my wonderful people don't get too angry about that. Okay, they have a long way to go. I would benefit from setting up a bridge right here, and I'll do that once I have a bit of money in the bank. But I currently do not have a bit of money in the bank. It's a shame that these will not merge together, so I'm going to have to keep this little road here for a wee while. They will merge eventually. So get to it. I need lots of population right now. Now I can hear wolves consuming my populace, which is unfortunate for me and for them. Mostly for me. And I get the feeling that I am going to need a bigger population, so... Gonna leave a little wedge open right there. And as I said, this block will be redesigned in time. Okay, it's really good that those merge together. I got plans for those. Now where are those wolves? I can't really build anything at the moment. I do not have the money for it, and I need the population right about now. Okay, thankfully Mars is protecting us with... in fact, everybody's helping us out. We just got to power our way through these early troubles. And how are we looking on the employment? Unemployment of 276 people. Maybe I was a bit ambitious with this. I could mothball food production, but I'd rather get people fed and upgraded to small casa as quickly as possible. Oh, it's great that some of these merged the way they did. Oh, that's wonderful. That's almost too wonderful. It means that I slap a water fountain right here. It's going to get all of them. Such is how it is. It's going to be a little tricky to get sorted quite the way I want it. 1, 2, oh shoot, you are out of range by 1 tile. That's going to hurt. Oh well, if it's got to hurt, it's got to hurt. Oh, that's so painful how close I am to being in range with these. And yet not quite. I mean, I could give them wells. They won't particularly like that. But it's better than a kick in the face. Wells have a range of 2, and that should suffice for you. It's unfortunate that these places are not attractive enough for them to live. I can slap down a large statue right in the middle, which should improve things for most people. It's also going to cast me very close to debt. I'm just going to have to live with that. More than likely, I'm going to need Caesar to bail me out here. More than likely. Get a well set up for you guys, and I don't even have the employees to get the warehouse up and on the go. Oh well, that's fine. I'll just get these guys fed and entertained. Oh yeah. Far be it for me to forget the hospital, but I did. Something I do almost too often. That's good enough for you. That should improve our health to a reasonable degree. What I need are lots more people living here, though. It's a real shame that those had to go. And Caesar is...
You got through those funds quickly.
Yes, I did. Well, it's me being ambitious, trying to get this set up here in the corner. Oh well, he gave us a fairly reasonable buyout. To the point where I'm going to plaza this stuff up. Hope he doesn't mind my reckless spending of that cash he gave me. To the point where I'm even going to stick another large statue in the middle because, hey, if you've got it, use it. Not bad. Not bad at all. We could do with a few more buildings here as well. Jake, what is your plan for the rest of the evening? I'm just going to run this today. I have no particular need to do more than that. Okay, now this is open enough as it is. And hey, he gave me all that money, right? Maybe I should build that bridge that I want. 400 denarii, well spent. So, I also needed that theater up and on the go. And these guys are going to need a library, whether they think so or not. And they'll probably end up needing 2 schools, but I can sort all that out later. There we go. Small casas are the way to go. Excellent. This is not so excellent, however. People don't find this a particularly nice place to live. A bit of plaza will sort us out there. Hold on, I have something that resembles a plan here. There we go. I just wanted it to merge together. Clever marketing indeed. Of course, they're not going to get any better than that since they have no source of water. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that'll get it sorted out. Boom! Man, I am so good at this sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, we're looking almost okay here. This is tragic, but I'll get it sorted out. This also is fairly tragic. I could give them a wellity well, and I'll get it almost sorted out. So there we go. Gods are going to get a bit more unhappy unless I sort them out with some beautiful temples. Now you may have noticed the sound that says, Jake, you're about to be attacked. Get your act together or you're going to die. And don't worry, I can hear that and I will get my act together. It's not like we have any exports to go out all that much yet. We've got some weapons and really I'm at the desperation stage where yes, I will be selling just about anything I can here. Actually, there's no need to even save up any furniture. I need it out the door on the double. Still struggling on the employees front, but not for too much longer. That said, I need a barracks, but I can sort that out thanks to these guys. Very nice of them to merge together there. And tricky though it may be, I have a plan here. We're gonna get a barracks. And this will be where people, yeah, I'm sure I had a plan here. Yeah, they can just get labor access beyond the rocks here. That said, I don't think you need to be going that way, so ignore that. And I need a fort. I need a fort pretty badly. Some javelins will do us for now. Trained or not. And unless I get some exports on the go, Caesar is going to have my balls on a platter here. Oh boy, I really hope those trading people are on their way. Come on. Before Caesar, there we go. Good income, loads of money. There was never anything to worry about. Okay, oddly enough, by building these new buildings, the librarian has become rather confused in where they're meant to go. So I'm actually going to replace this with a school, since we're going to need one eventually anyway. And we're going to get that library right there. That should do us. Should, for now. We'll see. There we go, everybody getting up. This is a real shame though. I gotta think up a solution for this. It's very difficult to pipe water over here that isn't just going to get destroyed by Hannibal's forces. Magical Roman water could be the answer. Since I can get it up through here, right? Right. Don't underestimate the power of magical Roman water. It can do things you couldn't even believe. I'm starting to wonder if I had space for a reservoir here, but I do not. But it's not like we're using this for anything. We kind of are. Well, I'll leave this here as I'll figure it out later on. It's a real shame. I don't like having these guys so un-anythinged. So I'm also going to throw in a military academy right here. One of the most undesirable things to be near, if memory serves, but they'll be okay. Although they have a very, very tenuous link to getting any kind of labor, they do get a little smidgen of it right there, so they'll be okay. And I also wish to build a wall. It's going to have a gatehouse, it always should. But it's going to have wall. Not sure if Hannibal's actually going to come this way, but I'll be ready for him if he does. And we're going to have towers to keep ourselves well defended. There we go. Now they only need a little bit of... Okay, here he comes. That's kind of a dangerous force for me to be fighting with such ill-trained units. They're not even academy trained right now. But all they need is to be academy trained once and they'll be, oh well, thank you Spirit of Mars, you just saved me. Saved me from myself.
With unemployment as high as it is, I'm working hard to keep my job.
Alright. You know, I don't really rate this block too highly. It's smaller than I thought. But that doesn't stop us making it into a block to be proud of. And I'll be working on that. Still though, how do I get my magical Roman water here the way I want it? I don't think I can shove this... Ooh, okay, that changes a few things. I can actually move this wheat farm down a chunk. And then we can get magical Roman water somehow this way. Well, actually that's not such a great solution since people can't walk through here anymore. But it will kind of do. We'll get an aqueduct leading over to here. And there we go. Magical Roman water is my favorite kind of water. So this barracks is actually going to work fairly poorly. Because it has such low access, or such pathetic access to these guys. But it has access. And that's a little more than what we need. That said, these guys are going to be very ill-trained. Let's try cutting them off here so they have better access. There we go. They're now academy trained. This is a terrible way to do it, but it's an interesting way to do it. And interesting trumps just about anything else. Jinx, I didn't even make it remotely close enough to where this needs to be. This is one of the most elaborate setups for water I've ever done, but there we go. And now I can chuck down fountains where the wells were. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'll be fine. Don't think Ceres will enjoy me tearing down her old temple, but she's going to have to live with it. There we go. You know, this map brings out the worst in me. But there we go. Almost everybody is living as they would want to. Let's plaza these guys up so they actually have somewhere respectable to live, almost. Jeez, there's a lot of undesirable, well, this is just such a horrible place to live. I almost feel sorry for these guys, but not quite. It's going to be difficult squeezing in everything I need here, but I'll try. Jake, don't forget to build your army. We certainly have the money for it, so let's get some mounted cavalry. And more javelins are better javelins. This is the main place we're going to be defending for a wee while, so I have no problem establishing these guys ahead of time. We make plenty of money. Look at all these things we're selling. We're looking good. We're looking damn good. Although I suspect they're going to be recruited a bit slower because of the way I've set these up, but I fear nothing. Especially if I get my soldier over here. How very generous of Rome to increase the price of furniture like that. It's going to make life a lot easier for me. Oh, this is beautiful. So this is far from the most effective way to start this level, but it's the way I wanted to do it because I thought it would be quite interesting, and I maintain that I am right about that. I'm actually going to move one of these markets, maybe. What is this?
I'm taking this basket of food to that lady's market. I'm hoping for a big tip.
Alright, big tipper here is probably getting in our way. I'm going to establish another market here, and I want to have an oracle here, but I have no marble for oracle, so I'm going to throw you down instead. And I'm going to start thinking about expansion. But how exactly? Well, I'm going to have to bear in mind that I will need a Colosseum eventually, so I may as well build it now. Alright, Mars does not have my back this time. I really hope they take the route that brings them face first into my defences, which have lost their guards now because I don't have them connected to my barracks. Probably going to wait until I have all this nicely established first. Well, we have one. Not sure if that's quite enough though. Let's keep these connected. Now the thing is, these guys have such poor access to employees because they only get it for a tiny bit when they walk past here. And that'll give... must be the military academy that got a bit of access there. So this is not the best way to do it, but it's how I'm doing it. I better save before this comes crashing down on me. We'll just call it Hanab. I'm sure one horse can take out the enemy army. We'll be fine. There has never been anything to worry about. This is such a small area here. I'm a little fearful for it, but not completely. I think it's worth my time to set up a gatehouse here, and I'm going to drag this over like so. So now anything I build here is going to have labor access from the castles there. And what am I building here? Well, what we need around here is some pottery. I'm going to set up an engineer post to keep everything hunky-dory here. Some plaza to offset the ugliness of living next to the Colosseum. I'm going to almost keep an eye on the army that is marching the way I don't want them to, which is borderline terrifying because I did not garrison that area. Well, I'm gonna have to fight and defend our borders here. Did not consider that I might be coming this way, and the fact that they do concerns me greatly. It's also worrying that they have to take such a long way around here. Right, I must set up a much better defense. Alright, you guys are the sacrificial lambs. Hold them off. Man, Hannibal's cowardly army, no match for us. Except they appear to be murdering us. Nah, that's good. I should really consider having a better army set up here, but I don't. Why train an army when you could train lions, Jake? Good a point though that may be, I'll probably be avoiding that. Now I'm going to set up the warehouse over here to hold all the pottery that I plan to have. Oh, it would probably be worth my while to connect these here since we have the gatehouse coming out anyway. Everyone's going to get the access to people they need anyway, so that's okay. Now, what am I thinking? I'm thinking if I don't set you to only accept pottery, we're going to have a bit of an issue. And I would go a long way to grab some... Wait, grain? Oh, shoot. That was a mistake, but I've already made it, so there's no sense worrying about it. Raw materials... Oh, I have to import my clay in this map. Well, I've just made a foolish mistake, haven't I? Well, to add to the foolish mistakes, I got Hannibal on his way again. But he's coming from this way, so I strongly suspect he's going to come into... Yeah, he's going to come into contact with my deadly towers. Ha, deadly towers. I see what I did there. No, that's an army that I'm not prepared to fight. In the slightest. In the slightest. It's kind of funny in a way. I wonder if it's too late for me to build a bigger wall. Ah, they'll never make their way through this. Still, this is a little scary. Oh, that's even worse. I don't want them going away from me here. Alright. Give them the Give them the might of the Roman army. Why not some of those weapons that you have, Jake? Also, what are the hotkeys for altering game speed? It's square brackets. Okay, I actually want them to come and fight me in my amazing fortified walls here. So, come and get some, you Carthaginian scum. How about I raise your bet? I was only kidding. Only kidding. It's a little dangerous for me since I'm gonna get driven into a corner here. But at least I'll have the backing of my ballistae. Jings, there are a lot of them, aren't there? And those elephants are no joke. Back us up, ballistae. Jings, I wager that they're not actually in range for that. Or... I can't be sure. Okay, so they defeated my armies, and are now marching over to kill me. Would probably be a very good idea for me to have a much better location for my barracks. Did I say barracks? I meant barrackses. Oh, this is concerning. Maybe the wolves can save me. But this is no laughing matter. I'm probably going to die at this rate. But I ain't scared of them. If you let fear overtake you, then you lose. Don't really have anything I can use to help myself all that much. Come on, Jake, think. You're good at this. Yes, good at this. I'm sure my people don't really need to eat, so let's remove all their earthly desires in that sense. Give them a gatehouse here. Wall off the rest of this. The hastily erected Roman defences will surely save us. And we'll get some towers on the go. We should have the staffing to get these towers working. Of course, that assumes that we get that on the go before they come and smash us. Oh well. Oh, Jings, there's more incoming. And they are not far. Not far from... Oh, no, they decided they wanted to come back here for another shot. Well, that's cute. Still gonna die, though. Poor life choices have been made. There goes the military academy, so we're not going to be trained anymore from now on. Come on, lads, I need those aqueducts. Ah, we'll take him down. Food production is probably going to suffer for a wee while right now. Okay, so important lessons were learned there. I'm not sure what exactly, but they were learned. Also, another army is on its way, so that's another thing to keep in mind. Oh well, I'm not too worried because, I mean, we're trying new things here. Alright, the wolves are still harassing me. It's almost like I'm playing Stronghold here. Now, how can I solve my variety of issues here? Actually, that's a waste having you there when I could have you over here. Good job, Jake. You're keeping the peace rating down to avoid winning the mission too early. I see you have cottoned on to my plan here. Now we are going to need legionnaires at this rate because, well, we're getting stomped. I'm going to have a mighty army here. Nothing to even worry about. Although I can't believe I forgot about needing to import my clay. Should have kept that in mind very early on, but I did not. Okay. Importing clay, huh? This is a waste of time. We'll get rid of you. And what exactly? Have our warehouse for clay. I'm going to centralize this later on, but for now I only need it here. So you will accept clay and pottery. Which means we're going to need our warehouses for all that. But I also need a warehouse for marble. And the warehouse days are upon us. Alright, there you go. I need those oracles on the go because it's going to save me a lot of space, and I certainly have the money to be importing marble right now. Something here ain't right. You telling me I have access to marble quarries here? Well, I'll be damned. How did I miss that? Probably because I usually look to see if people will buy my marble, and since nobody did, I made an assumption, and we all know what assumptions do. They make asses. Oh well, I'm going to do the dirty thing and set up a marble quarry right there. Hopefully that was not blocking the road to Rome. Doesn't look like it does. So why could I build a marble quarry here? Well, the road to the Empire and the road to Rome counts as a quarry. So there we go. Ain't that clever. I still worry for my people though, and I am suffering on the food front by having this defense here. But that defense may well be necessary, and I think we have plenty of food to feed our modest population at the moment. So this is a-okay. Still, I need those workshops for pottery, or else the imports for clay are going to be useless. I suppose you could accept wood right now? Not you, but you. And then I'll tell my people to stockpile timber to keep the big cheese happy. Well, that was foolish. Yeah, I can't build anything here, or else it's going to block the road to Rome, so I should remember that well. So the clay is going to come here. I should set up my pottery workshops near enough by. 3 will be more than enough to supply all of these guys, but like I said, I'm going to have to centralize it later on. Plaza this area up so people don't hate me, but even though I'm producing pottery that people you may assume use, they're not going to. Ah, the people, I knew they would break something. They broke down my walls when I destroyed the road to Rome. Always a risk. But we're okay. Except old Hannibal is at it again. Yeah, it might be useful to me to actually get Mars on my side, since I barely have an army to defeat these guys. And nobody seems to be getting the weapons for some reason, which I find a little strange, because I should be getting weapons into one of my barracks, and yet I am not. Ah, that's why. The road is incomplete. Still, this presents me with an issue right now that I must defeat him with very little to do so. Heck, I have about as much as I had before, which was not much. So, Fitkinemindi. Well, he can panic. And he can accept the fact that he's not about to get a fort full of legionnaires right now, but he can get a fort of javelins right now. You know who don't need weapons, Jake? Lions. Whilst your logic is flawless. Okay, so what am I going to need? I'm going to need an actor colony and a gladiatorial school. That'll get us done at least. I guess a lion house couldn't hurt. These are all in the spirit of getting our Colosseum up and on the go. So, it's quite the army. I am borderline terrified, but these guys are not. Harass them. Probably not a very Roman tactic, it's a bit of a Fabian tactic, right? Maybe I can lure them around this water. Well, can if my engineers hastily erect a bridge. Come get some. The deepest combat mechanics. But it helps having two fully staffed up javelin divisions, since it means one can always be attacking. Keep at it, lads. And don't get caught, because these guys, they fight. They fight pretty hard. So the gods are getting awfully displeased with me. I am slowly but surely getting that marble on the go, which I will be spending on oracles. In particular, the one I said I'd build here. Should not forget about my army too much right now. But I want that oracle down. Okay, these guys' health is low enough that I can probably pick them off now. At least from that division, there are still two more to go. We got this, though. We got them on the run. Kill them to death, lads. It's even raising armor. Oh, shoot. I got caught. You'll be alright, lads. And you'll wonder why I don't bother with walls so much. Unnecessary. We're going to rearrange ourselves here. A race of warriors, that's us. Those elephants are going to present a bit of a... oh, they're going to stomp down my foot troops here. Okay, we're looking good. We're gonna sweep them up. Down they go. You know, it made the sound as if more people were entering the fray to attack, but I believe they are not. Alright, I think they're all running away like cowards, so let's get home in time for dinner. Oh, look at that, our legionnaires are on their way. Excellent. Yeah, Jake, none can stand before the terrifying might of the rabbits. Now we're good. You got no reason to assume we're not. So I want to build up a decent stockpile of... Oh, excellent. We can give Caesar what he desires. I think he wants our wood more later on in this level, though, so it couldn't hurt to keep an extra stockpile of it. So I'm going to make another timber yard. And, as it happens, another warehouse strictly for timber. Since I'll be over producing it anyway. And there's also no need to... export's over 16 this time. No need to stockpile it anymore. We're looking good. And I can get rid of one of each of these. So Ceres, Neptune, Venus, Mercury, Mars, they're all going down. And I can start establishing my beautiful oracles. I'd love to put them here, but they would simply collapse. We're looking alright. No reason to say that we're not doing alright. If we can ignore the rampant disasters. Alright, looking good. But I want to start evolving these places very soon. Now, to do so, they're going to need bathhouses. Everyone's going to need schools, so I got to keep an eye that everybody is getting schools. These guys are, which is important. Unfortunately, they're all going this way. But perhaps if I establish a school here, it'll get all of the rest of the people. We'll soon find out. Almost. Close, but no cigarillo. How about you there? Do you come down far enough? I think you might. I might even be able to do away with this school. Yep, looking good. Saving ourselves the cost of one school. That is budgetary planning at its finest. And the gods are happy. Excellent. And I am happy because I have a half-decent army for a change. Can't your ballistae shoot through several layers of wall, Jake? I think they can't. I think they can only go through 2. But I'd rather have the wall to delay them, at least whilst I get my act in gear. I think very soon I can get rid of this wall, and by very soon I mean right now. Surplus to requirements. It was built as a last ditch. What I can really have is a whole load of farming. So very soon we're going to need to diversify our food types, and I'm going to have to do a stock take on the amount of people I have here. People will want barbers. They're also going to need that oil that I import. Where can I stick the oil? As I said, I will centralize my oil supply later on, but for now, it's a shame my markets have to go so far to get stuff like that. Yeah, you can it's a lot of warehouses to have in one area. You can always offset it with the power of the oracle, but you are going to take the oil, which I can now import. Now really, if I'd wanted this city to start off at its best, I would have built in a much better area, but I really like the idea of having it tucked away in the corner here, just like the way I started Sarmazegatusa. If that sounds like I'm defending my poor planning, then yes I am. Jake, when will you continue with permafrost? Probably tomorrow? Okay, I'm gonna need to build up a decent stockpile of items. I want a bit more pottery production. Don't know why I've got that well sitting there. It's unnecessary. Alright, we're looking not half bad. Heck, our heavy infantry is almost finished. That's how not bad we're looking. And the oil is coming in. Everybody is fully stocked on pottery. I think it is time to explode. I want to get another marketplace just in case. Otherwise, we're looking great. If I unleash the bathhouse, we'll probably have everything we need, bar a barber. But I reserve my right to be wrong on that. If I put a bathhouse here, are you going to go the right way or just... Okay, looks like you do not go far enough. You're going the wrong way. No, you've got it. Everybody's bathing up. Which means you guys are going to need barbers. I think we understand each other. There we go. Large insulae, get. Probably going to be a bit of evolution and devolution whilst things stabilize here. But who knows, there might not be. And that's the fun thing. Probably have to offset some of this. There we go. Now I want stable, large insulae before I start mucking things up further. And I reserve my right to muck. Oracle's so useful for building things up better. And do I spy a lack of water here? What a pity for you. But away you go. Alright, this is borderline looking good. It's difficult to have enough oracles. I'm not entirely sure it's possible. But a large statue might be superior in this case, just to get all those pieces up a bit. Oh, just looking good. These guys sadly don't like the nearby marble quarry. But ignoring you for a bit. Can probably get you some medium statues and some gardens just to get you right up there. Now where are those enemies? I reckon we can destroy them with or without the help of our ballistae. Let's scale this back a good big chunk. I don't think we need these crutches. I fight with dangerous units because I feel that mounted units are very ineffective against the Carthaginians when I should be using excessive amounts of heavy infantry and javelins. But I don't fear these guys. We'll weaken them up and then destroy them with our heavy infantry. If I'd actually built houses here, I could have had these staffed up, but I do not. We'll take them on. Oh, and I should probably save before I break everything. Whilst I'm also going through a fragile time for my housing, so this is a poor idea. So the idea is to stagger the javelins as they come in and weaken down the enemy. The great part is when they hit this bit they get a double barrage. Should probably get rid of these trees. I like them, but they get in the way of my defensive planning. Destroy them. Jake, any plans on trucking? No plans at the moment. Alright, I feel like destroying these guys anyway, so... help us out, lads. We'll keep the heavy infantry's back up since those actually cost resources to make more of. And whilst everybody's fighting, no one will mind the lumberjacks, right? The cavalry's fast, they'll come in and sweep up in no time. Still quite a lot of the enemy, but I don't fear that. The morale will be high enough. Oi, you guys do not get to join up. Okay, what's it gonna be? Ah, hell, let's just engage. We gotta show them the might of the Roman army. I mean, how can we really be proud of ourselves if we can't beat them on the field fair and square? Well, maybe not proud, but we can be alive. It's a bit tragic how you get a horse skeleton, though, if one of your horses die. Now, the horses get crushed by elephants. I believe they get very distressed by them. But a good Roman can take it. Don't let them escape. We'll be eating salted elephant for time to come. I wonder how elephant does taste. Something to check out in the future. Alright, so these guys are very frightened and worth replacing. I'm just going to delete their fort and replace them with good old heavy infantry. There we go. And we'll check out how home is doing. Home is doing pretty not bad. Gotta make sure that everything evolves into being as big as it can. There we go. Now there are some things that are less than ideal. I don't like having little 1x1s here. It just goes to show how poorly I planned this. But, well, to say that I planned it at all would be an exaggeration. A gross exaggeration. This is pretty bad, though. I should have taken into account that I'm going to have a little 1x1 here. Or a 2x1 here. Jake, you ever played Dwarf Fortress? I get asked this all the time, and you of all people should know that, clown. Now I'm going to want to squeeze in quite a few more 2x2s. It is a shame about that marble quarry nearby. They make a good point, but not a great point. You know, with this where it is, I can actually replace that with that. Which works out pretty well for me, because it means I can get rid of you, probably, and replace you with an oracle. Damn, do I love Auric. Okay, that was a ill thought out move, since he does need water. There we go. Looking great. Like a million Bosch. Shoot, that was unintentional. Oh well, it can be rebuilt. Now, there are some things that I don't particularly like about this layout. Some of it could be made a lot better. A hell of a lot better. But I'll just have to squeeze in a few more houses here and there. Such is life. Timber in his Caesar and his wood desire. There we go. We can get rid of that. Culture is annoyingly strong here, but that should change as demographics change. Oh boy, distant Roman armies threatened. Distant Roman cities threatened as well, but it's just a small force. I reckon 2 of our armies could take care of that. So I'm going to send off our, well, 1 javelin and 1 horse. That should be more than enough. There you go. Didn't need those horses anyway. Looking good-ish. So the message I'm getting here is that I'm going to have to start producing vegetables for these guys, but I could do with a count. Just how many of these do I have? Oh, let's get you a bit closer. There we go. Looking good. Everything in my city looks good. It's a nice comfy place, I think, here. But I don't like large insulae, I like grand insulae, so we're going to have to change that in just a moment. Although I would love to squeeze in a few more of them. Like I got space for really just one of them? No, I can get rid of one of these and have more than one of them right here. Oh, and you. I don't need you there. Venus and... not Neptune, the Neptune one there is useful. Venus and Ceres. Ceres and Venus. It's a good idea not to completely cheese off your gods. And that'll squeeze in 2 more large insulae. Can we do a count then? How are we looking at? Let's start outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36, huh? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, that's a little worrying. Let me do the numbers here. Because number counting is fun in Caesar 3, right? We have 18 times 160 of food production. How many 84 inhabitant places can we have? Only 34. We're going to be underproducing food here, which is no fun. So I'm actually going to have to get rid of a couple of these guys. Or perhaps not build them up to start with. I hope none of these guys ever struggle for employees, or else that's going to make me hurt a wee bit. Well, the point I'm almost trying to make here is that you no longer take wheat, you take vegetables, and I get rid of 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they all now produce delicious vegetables. And there we go. We have plenty of wheat, so I'm not going to suffer any shortfalls in the food anytime soon. But there we go. That should get everything nice and sorted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wheat. 3, 6, 9 veggies. And there we go. Grand Insulae, the greatest. Also means I've got room for a forum to start taxing these peasants. And we'll give them a moderate tax rate of 8%. That also means I'm going to jack up the wages that I pay, because the taxes you get from Grand Insulae are, well, grand. They are very good. And these will all start growing up. It'll take a wee while for the food to normalize out. Take longer if I miscounted on anything here. Can probably go by population quite well. Let's clear all this and tell me what is 2470 divided by 84. Something there doesn't work out. Oh, probably because some of these were recently built. Well, somebody with a better hawk eye than me can probably tell how many of these guys I have built up. Shame that you find life so undesirable here. But I got room for more oracles. Damn, do I love oracles. Surprisingly enough, you actually want a nicer place to live. I can certainly throw down more oracles if that's what you want. I am the oracle man. And I can move the theatre a bit. Not 100% sure where, but it can be moved. Not liking the way I've drained all my food reserves here, though. In the spirit of that, it might be worth destroying one of these, just to make sure I'm good on the number of buildings I have. Because I fear there's going to be devolution if food production is not kept up enough. I also fear that these guys are going to want another oracle next to them, or else they're going to find this place too undesirable to live. And what a shame that would be for me. Well, I can figure it out. I always do. always do, he says. Honestly though, living next to a bunch of granaries is fairly undesirable, but we'll get it sorted out. Yo Jake, how did you find this game and how did you play it on Windows 10? I used to play it ages ago. I'd like to play it more. For one, I'm playing on Windows 7, not Windows 10. For two, where is all my food going? I'm guessing it's just because people are trying to stuff themselves with veggies. But I hope I haven't inadvertently messed something up here. Risks, problems. No problems going on here, boss. I don't like that all my production is tucked away over here. Good night, barbarian scum. Really though, do I have more houses than I was prepared for? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. 34 is just within the limits that I can feed, assuming that all food production is 100% efficient and there's no other things getting in the way. Might be worth my time deleting some just to be careful. I don't want to do that. I think everything will be just fine if we just give it a bit of time. Although I don't like how this is not evolving. And there's not terribly much I can do unless... No, there's not terribly much I can do. I guess a triumphal arc could save them if I stuck one around here, but I don't want to do that. Really don't want to do that. What I want is to set up another oracle right here, but then I would break my flow of water over to here. And getting water here again would be very tricky, because Hannibal would probably come and tear it down, because Hannibal is an ass. And I think I just heard the notification that he is on his way. Oh well, can't worry about these things. Everybody is slowly building up a stockpile of vegetables in their home, and everything is turning into grand insulae, and we're rolling in money. So even this one small little bit I made, despite its teething problems, is looking great. Oh, somebody was asking, yes, how I'm playing this. I got derailed there. Yeah, I play on Windows 7. I've got the good old games version of Caesar 3. With a slightly edited exe to play in 1920 by 1080p, which you find by just googling that, Caesar 3 1920. This is looking pretty good, I must say. Yeah, really good. This dissatisfies me ever so slightly that you have not evolved here. It's possible that one little statue here could solve everything, and then I can get rid of it and replace it with an engineer's post. Man, sometimes I'm just so good. It baffles me. Goodwill fills the area because my soldiers are now marching home. And this one engineer covers all of this, which is really nice of him.
If I don't get some food soon, I'm leaving this city.
Oh, you'll get your food. Don't you worry. Wow. Things are looking good. Things are looking damn good. Still, I can't get complacent, because this is just one block. It was experimental, but almost all the blocks I do when streaming this game are. So what else can I do? There's something else I want to try that is quite experimental. It's going to require having a gatehouse, probably right there. Because I like to be experimental. And we have a lot of farmlands and some interesting uses for them. So I'm going to try something here. 1, 2, 1, oh sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2. And build. I don't like having that little sticky out bit, but I don't know, we'll have that. So what am I going to do with this? Not entirely sure yet, but I'm just messing around here, figuring out what to do. Okay, if buildings are here, then we can have this. that might be a bit too much, but let's bear with ourselves here. And then we can have this. This might be a bit too much, but what are you gonna do, really? And we'll have what exactly? I'm just throwing something against the wall and seeing what sticks. Don't stress out over what's happening here. So maybe... Thinking about the way walkers will walk, but I might have something good here. I might. I also might not. We'll see how this goes. It might not work. It might be a complete disaster. No, we'll just stick to wheat at the moment. Now I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17s, 18. 18's a good number. That's the same as what we've got there. This could go disastrously, but like I said, we're throwing something against the wall and seeing what sticks. It's definitely going to require a reservoir. Right there should do. Perhaps another one. That seems an awfully inflammatory place to put it. So I'll do it. Yeah, what's a city of mine without some magical Roman flowing water? There we go. Alright, this could work. I really hope this engineer does well. Though these people are probably going to be a bit angry. Also, I saw some people running away. This does not bode well. This tells me that something is wrong with my food production. So I'm going to get rid of these guys. I'm going to get rid of more than just those guys. And I'm going to see if these guys are actually going to feed themselves on this, because something is wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many people can I even feed with this? Have I messed something up? 9 times 320 divided by... No, that should feed my population. I'll give it some time to balance out. Now, first things first. It's actually a little troublesome that all this is connected, but I'm gonna let this pass, because with a bit of luck, it'll all be okay. But it might not. Something might flinch here for a wee bit. See, they're taking food from these granaries now, because it has food and these do not. So I need the food to balance itself out for a bit. But this is a bit of extra production that will help. I'm also going to get rid of taxes, just for a wee bit, because I'm drowning in money and these guys are going to get angry. Oh, forget angry, they're going to get eaten. You guys, please take care of those. Okay, I think we've got something a bit more threatening than wolves to deal with here. But I still want those wolves dead. Okay, looking good. Get back. And now we have to worry about Hannibal. It is quite nice having to deal with both combat and building up your city, although I do fear that people here are going to get a bit angsty and build up a couple of prefectures just in case they get too big for their boots. And this should deal with the food situation, at least for a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so... it's not a big army. We'll take care of them in no time. Don't know where I get this utterly baseless enthusiasm, but... will be ready. I mention it often, but I love Caesar 3. This is the game I think of when I imagine good city building. There we go. My tent city is going to have to remain tent city while I fend off these people. Although it does frustrate me that... where are those wolves anyway? Or is it just one wolf? Oh well. People will have to moan and groan, and oh dear, they're taking a route that I don't particularly want them to be taking right now. So what am I going to do about you? Well, essentially you've gotten into a position where I can flank you nicely. I'm not even sure this counts as a flank, this just counts as attacking the rear. Okay, no, they're going to turn around. Well, if they wish to engage us here, who am I but one to oblige? Actually, you guys get way back. I don't need you here at the moment. Not the time, Caesar. Not the time. Not the time, wolves. Not the time. Okay, so that should have sufficiently... Oh no, not the way to go. Alright, our elite troops march in and destroy. Nothing to it. Don't let them escape. Not you. You. Okay, now whilst I'm waiting on it, those wolves are driving me batty. Where are they?
Greetings. I'm new to this place. Do you have anywhere to live?
Oh, okay. There are some there. We'll find the rest of them as well. Looking good. Well, surviving at the very least. I wonder about this a bit though. Why is my food production hurting so badly? Well, at least the wheat production is now sorted. But I do wonder if I would benefit from getting a turbocharge of vegetables. We'll see how it goes. Little inefficient what I'm doing, and by little inefficient I mean massively inefficient. Oh, that sounds... that sounds like a guy who means business. Sounds like a guy who means business. Okay. Okay. I'm ill prepared for this. And my armies are still a little shaken and stirred from the previous encounter. Let's see if we can't just sneak out a bit without them catching us. They did not catch us, okay. Morale will be kept sufficiently high so long as I give them casualties without taking any myself. And it gives my units back in the base time to rejuvenate. Is rejuvenate the right word to use there? Who's to say? It's a shame I'm only doing this with 2 instead of, well, not 2. But if I keep good detachment to these guys busy, that is to say preoccupied, not Byzantine, then we'll be looking good. Okay, I don't like the way this is going. Rearrange yourselves. Nothing but the most advanced Roman strategies here. But whatever works. Don't want to lose my beautiful city. Says the man who just invested in Tent City. Phew. Jake, I don't think this is supposed to be a stealth game. Well, I gotta keep my city alive somehow because I did not concentrate on defense whatsoever. And at least by doing this I whittle down their health slowly but surely. Okay, that's excellent, and that keeps our morale nice and high, as I said. Little concerned about those elephants, and by little concerned I mean massively terrified. Let's just keep them aggroed. Also, I believe that was a enemies at the door notification. So Hannibal is not done yet. Boy, I miss forging an alliance with him. One of the better decisions I've ever made as a governor. I'm getting sloppy here, I'm getting cut off. Just reducing the amount of damage I could be dealing with dealing him. Although those guys are still low on morale, even though they have healed up. Oh well, nothing improves morale quite like dealing some damaging blows, right? Get out there. Okay, it's pretty much time to deploy you guys though. And you. Where are these losers going? I have no clue. Oh, I think they're scared and running away. That works for me, but we still have an army to fight here. Those elephants are gonna mince me. That's why I got heavy infantry. That's why I had heavy infantry. Well, it's the thought that counts, right? Okay. They are gonna cause me some issues now. But I still have one unit left that can repel them. Well, that can maybe repel them. Oh, also this is looking pretty good. I can probably get rid of this and replace it with a veggie farm. Since I'm probably not going to have quite as many buildings here right from the get-go. Actually, that's something I can plan for expansion. I should maybe make fewer rather than more from the get-go. Oh, also they're coming along to destroy me. And good to see my units are still extremely scared. I wonder if it would be better if I just replaced them wholesale at this point, since they're too scared to fight anyway. Oh well. I have a city to defend here. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. Probably awfully. Yep. This doesn't look so hot. I think I threw away my army to the jaws of death all too quickly. No, they're on their way at least. Very frightened. What a pity. Put them in their place. Such dishonorable scum, that Hannibal, fighting in our fields. Although at least they're kind enough to walk underneath our aqueducts. And the Roman cities hold strong once again, although they do break through my gatehouse to get out. Of course, part of my advanced tactic to keep the peace rating low, to prevent myself from accidentally winning the mission. Gotta give myself a pat on the back for that. Okay, so how are we looking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. Nothing to it. And I think that was Hannibal's big attack, right? Oh no, we've still got enemies at the door. They will be arriving within the year. Okay, I think it's high time I actually set up some kind of defense, like around here. And since it is all connected to the barracks, I can set up a nice wall. I just need to get a gatehouse right here. And another gatehouse right about here. And wall it off. Since this does appear to be the way he loves to come. I wonder if these guys walk far enough to get labour access. Oh well, we'll soon find out. As the last desperate attempt. Oh god, this is going to be desperate. Just how many is he attacking with? That smells like lots to me. So, probably worth my time just deleting the very frightened guys. And the average guys. How are you? Badly shaken, very frightened. That's not good for me. It's the opposite of good for me. Very frightened as well, but you are legionnaires. I'm not about to replace you. Oh heavens, that's scary. And I can't even whittle you down with frightened individuals here. Well, it'll be interesting. And by interesting, I mean I'm probably about to die. So, poor morale is at the very least enough to engage. Badly shaken is at the very least enough to engage. Encouraged is surprisingly good. Okay, driving myself into a corner is not the greatest ideas I've ever had here. But I need to somewhat lure these individuals over here. And get our morale up by actually throwing some losses at the enemy. We got 16 of you though, which is rather good. Let's see if we can't get you over here. Now, poor and badly shaken. It all sounds very not good, doesn't it? But I can't be afraid of Hannibal. El Sneakatora is asking me questions as if to distract me from this. But I'm doing well, thank you. My week has been busy, but good. Okay, morale has become too low to respond, so my people are running and dying. Which is unfortunate. And it appears to be luring the enemy into my weakly defended area. Which yes, they will be engaging my other units here. But that won't be enough, I fear. It'll be the opposite of enough. So I need to keep the enemy busy. And this is not busy enough. It is perhaps Byzantine enough. Means these extremely scared guys are not really worth having. Those guys are above average, those guys are extremely scared, but we'll hold off on that for a little bit whilst we engage in Morphibian tactics. As I said, below average, at least that's good enough, as long as I don't let them catch any of me. Because if they catch me, that's really bad for morale. It's good, kill the ones that are close. Now I do actually wonder if destroying the enemy raises morale. You can be forgiven for thinking it does since they cheer, and the manual also says nothing is quite as good for morale as defeating your enemy. But perhaps there's more to it than just that. Quite poor is worse than below average though, which is... Okay, this is bad. This is bad. They're gonna smoke me. I wonder if I somehow distract them away from here with you guys. Oh snap, I got caught here. No, not quite. Not quite. Okay, I think I just have to trust you guys to defeat the Carthaginians. Right, make your way through. Don't get too caught. And encourage them back a bit. No, it seems that that isn't going to work. Oh well, face the music, folks. This probably won't be our finest hour, but we must fight. The last desperate defense of the Romans. Yeah, these guys are trouble. These guys are nothing but trouble. But we have backup here. Morale may be poor, but it's still out. Don't engage that. Don't engage that. Okay, I'm gonna cut off our water supply a little bit, which is a devastating thing to do in any siege, but this is no siege, this is an all-out brawl. Unfortunately, my Javelineers have now lost all morale and have ran away, whilst the enemies decide that now is the time to wreak havoc on my poor defenseless city. And it really is defenseless. And I don't even have prefects to come and save me. Maybe I can change that. But I fear that this could be game over for me. Because if an enemy attack reduces your population sufficiently, then Caesar is going to have a word or two with you. which is not good for me. My poor city. I wonder if that's what really happened to failures of governors.
I now require...
So, where did it all go so wrong? Well, one could say this moment where the enemy were marching upon me, and I had no defences set up whatsoever. You could be forgiven for thinking that was the key moment when things went terribly wrong. But honestly, I wonder if there's anything I can do from this stage to fend them off, other than continue to distract them with, well, encouraged units at the very least. Don't get caught now. Getting caught leads to low morale, which leads to death, strangely enough. Death for my poor city. And again, if I engage them little by little there... Oh shoot, no, these guys are going to get minced and run away. This is just going to go considerably worse than last time since I threw away my early units there. Jinx, this is going to go worse than certain stronghold fights. No, I don't think this is the way to look at it. Well, quite daring is as good as I can hope. Don't get caught, though. That's the important thing. The hope here is that I can distract them long enough to actually have an army to fight them. Of course, it seems that there are yet more battles on the way. They'll never take me. Well, they'll never take me alive, they'll certainly take me in pieces. This is not nearly as effective as having... Oh, this is bad though, there are wolves right there. The wolves are attacking, my lord. Don't concentrate on the wolves. It's as bad as that time I fought zebras when I wanted to fight the enemy. Okay, we're still encouraged at the very least. Oh, these guys are even bold, which is lovely. As long as all those guys get into position, I might have something to fight with, so I'm going to send the bold guys right there. And you remain encouraged, which is, well, I hate to say it, but encouraging. So strange that I have such difficulty with military maps in this game. I always used to find them the easiest as a kid. Maybe it's because I mounted up my defences considerably better back then. Save scumming is for losers, Jake. Well, I am nothing short of a loser in this scenario. Okay, at least our heavy infantry have now become bold. Let's try and get you more in range of our ballistae, might help. Well, it'll help if they hit. Alright guys, time to engage. Expertly done. Jings. Perm went better than that. And I think expectations weren't quite there. Okay, things are looking good on the food front as well. And, yeah, this ended up being wholly unnecessary. But we have it anyway. Also tells me that... Well, what does it tell me, I wonder? Okay, well... Tells me it's time to get some water involved in all this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's kind of handy. See, looking great. Except none of these guys wish to evolve, but large statues have a thing or two to say about that. These ones can't have large statues, but I left a 2-size gap at the back for wonderful medium statues, which I can afford millions of because I am ludicrously rich. Must be spoils of war from utterly destroying Hannibal, which we all know I am great at, right? So, looking good. I wish to get my markets up and on the go. Where do the markets go, though, I wonder? I'm thinking... There's two ways to look at it. One is right next to the granary itself. The other is to stick it further away. Closer to the granary is, generally speaking, always better. I think I'll just stick you there, though. You'll probably do just as well. Because I do want a granary at least right next to them. Maybe even 2 of them. That won't stop me putting granaries that are further away as well. And I think... I'm going to put a hospital here. You might not expect that, but it's what I'm doing. Also wanted an amphitheater. And a library. And... I don't want an amphitheater here. Get out! What was I thinking? But I want a coliseum here. And a theater here. Religion will be required, it always is. And I'm trying to see if there's anybody whose temple I can rob away. And that would be Mars. Don't forget you've got more enemy armies incoming, Jake. Ah, that'll be fine. It'll be fine, although saving might be prudent at this point. Yeah, we're looking good. Besides, the difference is we'll be ready for these enemy armies. With my broken down walls here. My defences can all be here all they want, but if the enemy attacks from the north, then I'm still scuppered. That's part of the fun, right? This is so ill-conceived, it's unreal. These are only going to be any good if there's actually a barracks here to supply them. But that's not to say I can't do that. Let's just get rid of these guys. And set up barracks as 1, 2, 3, 4... and 5. And then I will maybe get some... Yeah, there we go. We'll get our ballistae up and on the go there. Have some reasonable defense for a change. Looking good. And it's good to know that religion spreads through all of these guys. Gonna delete these far away small tents since they're unnecessary. Many things in this world are unnecessary. They are one of them. And as I suspected, they're going to gobble up all the food, at least for a short bit. That's looking great. Oh, excellent. We're now actually going to get more oil imported. 25, so that's going to get even more people up to maximum level. See, nothing to worry about. There was never anything to worry about. Not sure if I'm going to need another 2x2 here or not. I need to give that a bit of thought, but I suspect. Not sure. You're such a great general that you deserve a villa, maybe even a palace, Jake. I think for this, yeah, it couldn't hurt to have a bit of a villa, could it? Perhaps near the front lines to encourage the troops. So why have I set these up here? The whole idea of this whole line is that these guys, my lion tamer, my actor colony, and my gladiatorial school, will send their entertainers all the way down here to get to these, and that will give the desired whatsits to these guys. The desired coverage is the word I'm looking for, if I wasn't so stupid. So I want you right there, since I need you to get some goods. Get pottery, get furniture, get oil. I'm not sure if setting all 3 of those goods to you is a wise move or not, since you have to go a long way to get them. Like I said, I want to centralize where my goods come from. It's going to be dangerous. I wonder if you can even keep up with demand that way. I suspect you cannot, which is why I'm going to have another warehouse deal with that. This isn't a very nice place for you to be, I understand that. Actually, if I really understood that, I wouldn't put it there. So there you are. You guys will go and get all the goods as well. Looking good? Caesar and his desires. Get off of my back. Now, part of this means that I'm going to need a school on both this side and that side. Hopefully school children will run along up here instead of down here. Okay, that's very unfortunate. They're going the wrong way. Hopefully I can get some people living here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. No, what I can do is I can throw the school here. Get rid of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That'll do, almost. And then you can draw your labor from these guys. It won't be much labor, but it'll be some. So we're getting all the oil, the furniture, everything we need over here as well. Hopefully I'm able to actually get my full quota of imports, because if I can't, I have another problem here. Also, it's probably worth labeling you as the trade center until I centralize my resources. I get the feeling this is going to come caving in on me. But that's part of the fun, right? I should get these guys up and on the go ASAP. I'll be fine throwing down our baths here, so long as the bath lady walks all the way along. Well, this isn't good. I wonder if we can defeat them all. I mean, all these guys are very bold, but I don't have all of my heavy infantry on the go. Well, it comes down to it. The Roman army's got to do what the Roman army's got to do. Service to the Empire. I mean, I'm a really good general. I just wanted to play up the losing, you know? Just for fun, right? You guys gonna buy that? Nothing to it. Okay, so what's the situation here? The hospital that I have erected is not going the way I want it to, sadly. No, I could keep it there, but I could add a doctor over here, who will hopefully service the rest of them. Well, I have no doubt that he will. And a barber will be required for the rest of you guys. And there we go. Large insulates are us. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and more clay. That's handy. I wasn't paying attention to the clay that I get here, but it would pay to because I need that clay. I need it a lot. Pottery workshops are a great necessity here. The oil situation is going to be worrying. Because if you don't get oil, then these guys are going to lack oil. And my market leaders are going to have a long way to go to get it. Yeah, I suspect there's going to be some yo-yoing here. This isn't the best of planning for this kind of stuff. But I think we'll be okay. Looks okay-ish. You guys are a bit crappy. Okay, as I thought. It's either down to market coverage or just not having the goods where I need them. It's hard to tell. My resources aren't centralized enough for this to be wholly effective. Tricky. Very tricky. It could be troublesome that I've connected everything here, so I'm going to do something that I didn't want to do and disconnect this. Means I have to make a new gladiator school, lion pit and actor colony. But at least it means that people that get are actually going to get. The worst thing is that these guys could devolve. I'm just hoping that they do not. Otherwise, though, we're looking pretty good here. Look a bit better if we do this, though. Yeah. Now, I haven't done a count of how many there are here. But I'm sure such numbers aren't that important, right? Lovely. Just lovely. Alright, quick count then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 25, but how many can I feed with these? I'm sure I ran those numbers earlier, but I've already forgotten. I have 18 times 160 over 84. I can feed 34 of these guys, so what did I say I had? 26? I can support considerably more. Not sure where exactly, but I can see to that. I mean, for one, I can move you down a bit. After all, a barber can go just about anywhere. He can go there. Get our hospital right there, and another building. Heck, we can have quite a few of these guys. Can have one here, one here, one here. I'm sure the fountain will cover all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Sometimes I amaze myself. So when are you going to prove your dominance by building a patrician district with a triumphal arch next to where Hannibal invades, Jake? Not sure if that's coming just yet. Hannibal sure is coming, though. Maybe I should have built up more of a defense here. Am I actually getting I don't think I'm getting the weapons to my barracks here. Perhaps I should delete this, and that's probably why they're not going there. Yeah, now they're going. That's fine then. This guy doesn't like living next to a stinky reservoir. That's something I have the power to fix. I don't think I want to, because people need to go this way. Alright, this is what I feared. We have devolution because of lack of oil. Like I said, I did not centralize my oil. Because I import it, what I need is one central location to import it from, and have others just getting. And even though you could be getting the oil, you don't appear to be. Why not? Oh, it's because I clicked empty the warehouse instead of become trade center. Poor move by me. Very questionable. Also means the market ladies are going a long way to grab their oil when they really should not be. There we go. People springing back up into action. Also means that you are not happy with where you are. Most troublesome. Okay, this is a problem that was always going to be coming. I should have addressed it earlier, although I did not. Where can I get my oil, which is central enough that others can go and get it without too much disaster? I mean, even if you went to get, you'd have to go which is quite a long way to get one good. But maybe not too far. I'm deeply unsatisfied with what I have here, but I can sort it out. The thing is, I really need to centralize my goods and where they're coming in from. Vegetable Farm 11 can be replaced. I was thinking some of these could be replaced, because this is an awful place to have as a center for where resources come in from. That is why this is such a good map to do with just small insulae, small casa. Because even the pottery, you have to import the clay and turn it into pottery. So, Fit Kinemindi. I wonder if I just let it ease out a bit. After all, my city isn't going to die by having these guys yo-yo for a bit. What if we just start getting all the oil to come into here? These getting ones are doing just fine. Alright, where is he? What's he gonna do? Ah, that's nothing. We'll be able to take those guys on, no problem. That is, if we actually have our units in position for them. If we don't, then we are liable to die. Nobody dies today. Wow, nobody did die today. Good job, my mighty army. Hannibal really is a joke. I mean, what kind of person would die on this level? I don't even want to know. So I'm wondering, where is my oil? Okay, my oil is now coming to this area, so my market ladies are going to have a much easier time. I'm not sure I want to be exporting my furniture anymore, since that's only going to get in the way of things. And we'll be producing plenty of it. So things got a little complicated there, but only a little. It's nothing we got to worry about. Let's praise the gods with a powerful oracle. Yeah. Okay, with a bit of luck, things are going to be considerably more stable now. It might take a bit more than luck, but we have it whatever it is. That guy still doesn't like living next to a mucky reservoir. But that is something I can solve, perhaps with magical Roman water. No, it would seem not. Okay. There we go. Kind of nice, also kind of disappointing. Because again, I haven't really centralized this, have I? And that oil is getting drank up. It'll probably be drank up for a wee while. But the imports will still come flooding in, so that's okay. Only a little concerning. Jake, would you recommend this game over the sequel? I never played Caesar 4. I took one look at it and just went, nah, this isn't what I'm looking for. Maybe it's really good, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, the attacks are still incoming. It's also worth having a look at the census. Unemployment is fairly comfortable at the moment, but demographics could always shift. Not keeping the closest eye on those, to be honest. Alright. Things have finally gotten a bit more stable, but it is ill ready for the expansion that I want to do. Again, because of this lack of centralization. The timber is fine. I can produce that anywhere I want and I'll be okay. But the pottery concerns me. These guys don't drink tons of the stuff. Oil, that is. But it's enough to leave me a little concerned. Strange that you'd see someone that's lacking wheat. That's unusual. Caesar 4 is disappointingly mediocre. Aye, that's a shame.
With unemployment as high as it is, I'm working hard to keep my job.
Oh, of course, a bit of plaza goes a long way around here. Fussy Romans. I'd be happier if I had a lot of oil on the back burner. I guess those amounts will increase over time, and the food will also normalize out. It'll just take a wee bit for it. Since I do produce enough food, it just takes a bit to balance out. Still though, going forward I am concerned. My imports can support like 105 or so buildings. And how many do I have right now? I'm so terrible at counting up my number of buildings. But I have enough that I'm confident I could delete 2 farms here and replace them with warehouses. Still, these guys have a way to go to get to those warehouses. Also sounds like Hannibal is on the move again. He's probably going to want to tear me a new one again, but I'm confident. We've got good defense on all sides. Okay, but I could throw them over here. That way he doesn't have too far to go. He goes around and down here. So if I make the trade center for oil here, yeah, maybe even here, because it seems to be wheat that we're struggling on. But even so, it would be better out here, wouldn't it? Tough. Very tough. Jake, make your city even more beautiful. Place a statue on the lake just for looks. I wonder if there's even space to put it on. I'd probably have to delete something right there, but boom. I probably could have put it there, well, there as well. But you can't worry about these things. I just want to have a lovely looking city. I do like what's gone along here. It's a long line of buildings, which I don't normally do. I'm a big fan of loops. Well, this has gone just fine. Eventually I'll have to tear down this wall and expand over here, or even expand over here. There's lots of great great land to build around here. And the more I think about it, the more I want to have my oil right here. So I'm going to tear you down, even though you are wheat. Replace you with a warehouse, and this warehouse will become the trade center for oil. No others will accept, and you will be told to get oil whenever you need it. Probably be better to have two that are set to get oil. Would be nice to actually just have my industrial, or at least my industrial imports set up down here. I could certainly have access to here if I tore down my wall. Picking up and moving along your industry is no easy thing to do. Just ask Stalin. Just ask Perm. Out here they go. I get the feeling we've got a big fight on our hands here. And just in time for Caesar to be demanding my wood again. But I'm ready for him. It's the culture that I'm interested in. I'd rather build fewer theatres, but we'll be okay. So, is he going to come this way? Because I want him to come this way. I'm ready for him. Might not need them that far forward because I do want them in range of my ballistae. Alright, come on. You'll be in pieces in them. Okay, did not expect him to go elephant first. An interesting move, Hannibal. I don't think that's how you're meant to fight. You're meant to die. Okay, come on, Carthaginian scum. Wonderful. I mean, it really is that easy to win the battles in Caesar 3. No real challenge to them. Okay, so the oil is now coming here. I want to keep a close eye to make sure that this can keep up with the demands. Otherwise I will have to build another getting factory, getting warehouse over here. Which is not unthinkable, I'd just rather not have to do that. Since it just means more work. But by centralizing it over here, it means when I build here, they'll be able to draw from the oil here as well. But that oil does limit the amount of buildings I have. If I'm sticking it to 100, it means it's going to almost limit me to about 8,000. Which is not the number I'm looking for. Also, what's going on here? That strikes me as insufficient market coverage. And I also know insufficient forum coverage when I see it. And insufficient taxing when I look at my denarii. It's also affected by the fact that I'm no longer exporting my furniture. Alright, but that's looking pretty good. I think it's high time we had some patricians to pick up the lack of denarii that I have. Even though one thing I would like to do is centralize my pottery production here as well. But this can go away. Deforestation. Ramses says, it really surprised me how much I enjoy watching Jake play Caesar 3. I did not have the luxury to grow up with this game, and I really like it. If you haven't played this game and you're watching this, and of the 350 of you watching this, I'd be surprised if most of you have played it. I strongly encourage you to give it a go. I love this game so much. Okay, gonna get patricians here, nothing fancy, I'm just gonna draw. Just gonna draw and we'll have patricians pop out of it. How many though? Each of these feed 120 people. I want to get some grand villas on the go. I mean, that money doesn't come from nowhere, although I should let some time pass to actually get this going. Plus, with this in the mind, I should actually trade some of my furniture. Because I need the income at the moment. Building a... Oh, jinx, I'm watching the denarii go down, not up. Where are my taxes, people? Oh, it's January, that makes sense. 13 a pop. Not great, but it could be worse. The way things are, okay, unemployment is pretty high, but I can probably set taxes to 14% and not be afraid. Alright, not going to put too much thought into this. It's going to be granary, granary, granary. Jings, this really isn't getting much thought, is it? That was a bad place to put my granaries. Oh well. 1, 2, 3. Jings, this is just so ugly. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2. No, this is even worse. I can't have land connection to... I can't have road connection to that. Alright, forget the granary idea there. This is why it's good to have a stack of money when you're doing this. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. Vegetables. 1, 2. No, again, that is stupid. Vegetables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Road hits all of them. Bish bash bosh. Not all of them enough, actually. Let's have it out like this. Because I'm going to need a warehouse right there, which only accepts meat. So, 1, 2, 3. Wheat. And meat. And veggies. I'm not paying too much attention to the numbers here, but there is going to be you. And another one there. Except it doesn't really need to be that close. And again, nothing too fancy. What am I going to need? It doesn't matter what I'm going to need, I'm going to build it anyway. This is fine. Some plots may be too far away, but they'll just auto-delete themselves. And I don't often build this in a particularly nice fashion, but we're going to have a triumphal arc right there. Seems only fitting, since this is the patricians' place to live. Patricians need reservoirs. It is inescapable fact. And they're going to need their own personal supply of timber. But we can get to that. These are all going to be built up. We want engineers on the case here and there. And where will our patricians be? I need this space to actually use to beautify. So we can have some here. And here and here. Yeah, loads of thought going into this, as you can tell. That's actually a poor way to do it, because I can't guarantee my service walkers are going to go this way. But, whatever. Mediolanum looking good. Jake, did you ever play Pharaoh? Yes, I did. But I didn't like it. I think it's because it was such a sandy thing. It was just unappealing to me. Alright, so we're going to build up loads of stuff here. I'm also going to import all that meat. And again, I really hope that I'm able to get my full quota of imports here. I import the meat from the same people that I import clay from, and it's very important to get lots of clay. I need to centralize that pretty badly. I wonder if I could do it over here. These guys would have a hard time fetching it unless I built quite a few more. The more I think about it, the more I think I should probably centralize production of clay here. Maybe here? But then that's prime building space for all that farmland there. It's a hard life. It's a hard knock life. And what I've done is I've rendered this gatehouse utterly worthless. It's not that the production here is that bad, but it's not that great, and there's so far to go for everything. No, I think I will centralize the clay production right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. You shall now accept the clay. And I guess this one can accept the pottery. Well, no, I could have the pottery closer to over here. Even though it'll be an undesirable neighbor for the patricians, I can offset that quite nicely. I'm confident in that. Which means we're going to need lots of workshops for pottery, so oh, jinx, that's awful. Steady hand, Jake. It's probably because I'm so tired. Also, what kind of 2 and 2 is this? It's a terrible one. There we go. Which means you're no longer going to accept pottery, clay rather, and you're going to be set to get pottery. I remain unconvinced that these guys are going to be good enough at getting goods that are so far away. I mean, look at him, he's making it, but at what cost? He's got a long way to go, I mean. I'd have less of a way to go if I trimmed out a space here and here, but nah. Nah. I'm sorely thinking that perhaps more getting warehouses would be for the better. Oh well. We'll see how things go for now. Engineer post is a necessity. I wonder if that's employees needed. No, thank goodness. Don't like employees needed. We've got a still relatively healthy amount of unemployment. Timber yard can be thrown here. But only one is necessary. For you only need a little bit for patricians. Romans didn't have much furniture. They didn't need it. Because they preferred to lie down like the lazy gits they are. I will, however, need a gatehouse to get people through to here. Actually, this is going to be a horrifically undesirable place for these patricians. 3, 3, and jings, that's poor planning by me. But that's nothing new. Aye, that'll do for now. That should do. This isn't going to be chock full of patricians. It'll be as many as I think I can feed with my imported meat, I guess. I'm not sure how many that is. 15 imports. I think that's actually quite a lot. Probably be overstocking on that, but what you gonna do? Alright, so the high level of tax is making people a little uneasy. 8% will do us then. And I should get these people all watered up. At least like this, but just for now. And then the markets will feed them. Once they're fed, they stop getting quite so angry. Not that they have any right to be angry at my just rule. It's gonna have to be plazaed up anyway. So, give them what they need. I love setting up patrician areas. Just fills me with a feeling that Romans are so hard to satisfy, and yet I can satisfy them. I guess that's how I feel. And so, surely enough, they're going to need their theatre, their amphitheatre, their Bloomin' Colosseum, which is always good to have in the corner. Which means they're going to need a... Jingsies are going to get in the way, aren't they? Ugly, but what are you going to do? Gladiatorial, actors, and lions. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these will be moved as I see fit. School is going to be required, but I reckon one here might be enough. But even if it might be enough, let's play it safe and stick them here and here. They will naturally need a library. Yeah, such a nice guy, I'm just giving them everything they need. And large statues aplenty down the centre, since that's how self-centered Romans are. Jake, I think those shacks want some water. Shacks don't get water. Tents need water, mind. That's not what we're going for here. Basically, no need to worry. Probably going to be a bit complicated getting these guys satisfied with their surroundings, but I can deal with that. Alright, there was a bit of an oversight of what I'm doing here. I also need a... what do I need? I need you getting stuff, but getting is going to be difficult. You have to go out and around here for oil. Well, actually, no, it's a very short way for you to get oil. I'm going to smack you there and tell you I need you to get... And in fact, that's all you need to get. That's nice. Just get oil. I wouldn't even need you there. I could smack you there and get you out of the way of the important loop. Yes, indeed, I love my loops. So please get that oil. So the oil does actually appear to be holding up in the north, as does the pottery, although I can't really tell that. The lack of grain coming in is a bit of a concern. Makes me wonder why. I'm fairly certain I had plenty of grain here in order to offset the number of places I had, and it doesn't look like there are any employment problems. That was not an employment problem. Oh well, what can you do? These guys are going to need a hospital, amongst other things. I should leave a little gap open here. So I'll stick the hospital there and a doctor there, and they're also going to need a barber. Fussy, fussy Romans. And as soon as I hit slap down the bathhouse, everything should explode in a very positive way. Should explode, he says. There we go. Next they get their furniture and their doctor access. Ah, of course they're not going to get anywhere unless I also start importing some wine. Such fusspots. But because everything is done by land, that is why this is such risky business. Oh well, get that wine, folks. They are also going to need another religion in order to become villas. We'll get that though. We already gave them Mercury. We can give them Venus. Venus doesn't need to be here. They'll need a third one to get beyond large... Oh, now is not the time. It's probably going to be a big one as well. And from that location, I wouldn't be surprised if they attacked us at our weak point. So, let's see if we can't lightly encourage them into our death trap. Oh, this is a big one. Hey, this is a big one. Oh well, that's exciting, right? I'm almost scared to look. Hello, Hannibal. How you doing? We still have our ballistae here, right? Not many of them, but we have 3. Good heavens. Well, it is a good day to die. Keep the barrage going. Now, I don't really have any numbers to crunch on this, but I have no reason to believe that their health, morale and such does not function in the same way that ours do. Probably using the wrong formation for this, but I fear I'll be losing too much time if I change it. Besides, this is an interesting formation, right? Right, I'm not afraid to engage these. We have the backing of our own troops. We fear no Carthaginian scum. Alright, that dealt them a nice blow, but nothing decisive. Okay, the point that I'm going for is not to defeat them here, it's just to encourage them towards my fortified barrier. Of course, if I defeat them here, that's just a lovely bonus. Kinda feeling sorry for Hannibal here. Can't have been easy to bring these across the Alps. Okay, that should probably have them sufficiently weakened. And down go the rest. Well, that is if they come to play, if they decide to just attack me right in the patricians, which are really not far away from them. Maybe that was his plan all along. He wanted to bring me into a fight that I couldn't win. You'll never defeat the Roman army. Not in a million years, you Carthaginian scum. Send in the heavy troops. Yeah, my troops are going home for dinner because they know that the battle is won. And indeed it is. A little close though, because he brought in quite a few for that one. Thankfully I think that's the end of his battle, so the Carthage menace is probably behind us forever. And just in time for me to go and admire my brand new... I think they deserve a Senate next to them. Ooh, so close for that. I could pull that back by 1 and fit in my Senate. It means also getting rid of Mercury. Throwing him there is good enough. And Senate. Get. Oh, that's lovely. That's just lovely. Okay, what's the problem for you? You need Academy? I can give Academy. There we go. The trouble is the way they're going to expand here, and I haven't really been prepared for that. Don't think my academy guy goes quite as far as I need him to there. Need to place him more central. This'll do, right? Borderline acceptable. There's going to be some yo-yoing here, but we'll get it sorted. Not entirely sure I produce enough food for all of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4... Nah, that must be plenty. Oh, right, well it helps when I actually bring the academy adjacent. Like so. Except that completely expanded the wrong way. I'm gonna bring that back. I could plan this a lot better. Oh, more distant armies. And Caesar once again after my wood. I'm just trying to make some nice patricians here, my friend. Don't know why he has to get on my case like that. So, I want you to grow outwards like this, is what I'm trying to say. And let's just bring you back a bit, because these guys are going to need a number of things. One of them being a fountain there, and large statue just behind it. And that'll allow you to expand into large... Well, once you get that academy right, I hope the academy goes the right way or else I'm scuppered. Okay, there we go. It feels good when that happens. It feels very good. Shame about the people being so fussy here though, but we got that sorted. Could sort it even better with an oracle or two. Wonderful. I need to bring these back just a touch. And again, I think I've made a crucial error in the amount of space I'm going to have for all the buildings that I want here. I can work with that. I can work with that ever so slightly. Still working out the idea in my head exactly how. Okay, I've got it. When in doubt, just enlarge. I mean, there's enough space here. I just need to get rid of you and build you there. And these guys, they love gardens and statues and all that jazz. And I'm just going to get rid of you because I'm like that. There we go. When in doubt, sledgehammer your issues. I wonder if the bathhouse lady really doesn't go far enough now. Okay, she doesn't. She's hesitant. Okay, but that's fine. Bathhouse lady can be stuck there instead. Get rid of you, bring the school a little closer. And we'll see what we get. I'm really surprised I don't have employees needed because the demographic is shifting a fair chunk. Okay, I will soon, that's the thing. I'm going to need another pleb block before too long. And these guys are unnecessary. I'll just get rid of them, replace a good old statue. And it's time that these guys get some more space as well. Pull the fountain back and pull these roads back too. And sorted. Except you're probably gonna have to move. Is there even room for all of this, I wonder? Yeah, there could be if I shifted this out a bit. I can tweak patrician blocks till the end of time, really. That engineer post belonged here, right? So there you go. Stick you there, and we'll have plenty. Except, what's the problem? Lack of furniture. I wonder if it's because these guys are actually having their furniture exported. That can be dealt with by simply getting rid of it. But there's no reason why there would be a shortage of furniture. Other than that, of course. We've got another issue of these things having to be moved back in order to make space for the fountain. Fountain goes there. Statues aplenty for my fussy Roman friends. Except one of the annoying things is whilst people yo-yo like this with their housing, no, I don't need another timber yard there. It just needs to wait a little for the timber to catch up with consumption. Not that yo-yos become less annoying because of that. But sometimes they just sort out the way I want them. If you could change one thing of Caesar 3 to make it a better game, what would it be, Jake? To have more predictable walkers. Their unpredictability is hardly a good thing. Am I still losing people to wolves? Are they here or something? Well, I must be losing people to wolves, otherwise I wouldn't be hearing that, but it's dreadful to imagine. So, as I expected, that gatehouse is a source of undesirability here. Nothing some plaza and some good old gardens can't solve. And what was the issue here? Oh yeah, the fountain, which you no longer need to shoot. That's not the intention. Okay. Sometimes deleting and undeleting a building can cause funky things like what you just saw there. So let's endeavour not to have that happen again. And I think I should stop building more of these because they're hamming into the food like nothing on earth. Should I have seen that coming? Maybe I should have. Are we talking loads again? Ah, that's small fry. Honestly, we don't even need the ballista helping us out here. Yeah, walkers will have 4 different patterns that they can walk. And... oh, actually, if they want to come and attack me in my defended area, then I'm only too happy to have them do that. Nothing to it. I do wonder, where are my people getting munched on though? Because I keep hearing that. I want to grab you and figure out where those wolves are. I would have seen them there if they were there. We know about those ones. In fact, you go and kill those guys whilst you're at it. But you... where are those wolves? You guys have better eyes than me. Where are the wolves? They're eating my population. It's not some route that they're walking along here. Oh well. I'll find them. So I am taxing these guys, right? Yeah. Just a little bit, but that's all I need. And with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 90 occupants. Okay, I don't know why I have this here, but it would be awesome if I could upgrade it. It would be a little out of place for something like that, but... oh, I like that a lot. Maybe I can fit... no, that's a poor place to put you, but... certainly got space for large statues here. Just flank you with small ones. Ah, but the academy doesn't walk past here. I have other places that I could put such things. Then again, no, I need to keep my culture rating low or else I risk winning the map. So I can't put down more education buildings than I need. That said, maybe if I just move you along a bit, we'll get the same effect. I can check out education by academies. I can also save in case I completely break my patrician home by doing this. I mean, you walk there, which is one... oh, it's just a little shy of... oh, that was close. That was very close. But you do a full loop from there, which is wonderful. So I don't have to worry about these guys at all. Hopefully the amount of food I have will prop itself up here. I hope, at least. Ah, this is nice, but unemployment is draining fast, and unemployment is key to my design. That said, though, I'm running out of pleb houses that I could build. Since how many buildings do I have that consume my very limited amount of... very limited, he says, but still my limited number of oil and pottery. In the end, I probably have more farmland than I can reasonably use for Grand Insulae. So in that sense, a perfect, happy Mediolanum has... James, how many is it? Let me get a good number for this. I import 25 oil, and each person uses 0.24 per year. So I can get 104 buildings. What's going on here? Nothing that can't be solved with a couple of marketplaces, that's what. I find this awfully suspicious though. These should have balanced out by now, but they haven't. I grow ever suspicious of my farmers. Well, these guys are all doing fine. Doesn't change the fact that I still need to build up. I could just use this massively and have people just about anywhere, really. Okay, these guys are actually going to start eating meat if I throw down another god's temple here. And whose temple can I tear down for that? Also, how am I doing on the temple front? One for each. So there must be... cities. You don't need that temple. But these guys sure need it. There you go. So I should start getting... There we go. Excellent. That said, 15 meat is probably not enough to satisfy all of these people. Probably not. Actually, if I remember well, 15 of one kind of food's income is... How many people can I feed with this imported meat? It's not many. It's certainly not this many. I probably should have thought of that before. And I am surely close to employees needed. It's going to be dangerous doing it this way, I wonder. There's a better way to do this, I'm sure. Oh well, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get rid of this meat-desiring granary. And I'll figure out how to better use my meat shortly. I already have an idea of how I can use it better. But for now I need to set up another pleb building. What am I trying to say? Plebeian block. And it could well be the last one we see here. Clinic access is too good. So this one is going to have to just get hospital access. Because health is excellent. And you don't want excellent health. You want good health. You want average health. Below average is acceptable. Poor is a risky way to play it, but acceptable. But the moment you have excellent and perfect health, you're going to start seeing ghosts in your town. Ghosts eat food and pay taxes, but they don't work. And you need your people to be working. I'm dangerously close to winning this map, so I'm going to save just in case. I want to make something beautiful, not something that wins, because winning is easy. I might just build on this area. Yeah, how about I just have a big old block here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nice and simple. I have an interesting way of doing this. I wonder if it'll work. I haven't tried this before, but I wonder if it will work. I'm gonna stick a gatehouse right there. Probably gonna delete that because it's unnecessary. Stick a statue there. No, that makes even less sense, but actually, at the same token, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, like I said, this is a new way to do things, but we'll see how it works. And God knows how many people we're going to need. This is probably too long, so I'll shorten it a touch. I mean, it's probably a bigger one than that is, but no, I think we might be onto something. Sometimes I wonder if people just have no idea what I'm doing in this game. It's not the easiest game to understand, I'll give you that. This is going to be an undesirable place to live due to all the farms there are going to be, but I can probably offset that. I hope this will be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Veggies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we have space for any more? Just one more. Just one more. That's not true. That's not true at all. We can slap in another 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. I will feed my people. Further away one will take veggies. Actually, no, they'd be as well. Just both taking. No, further away one takes veggies. Closer one takes wheat. And all is swell. The patricians I have are going to devolve to large villas, but that's okay. And since the pottery is reasonably centralized, I don't have furniture, but that can be dealt with. I only need a couple more furniture places here. And another timber yard. Now I've been going at this for 3 hours, which is a surprisingly long time for one map, but I want to build a big and glorious Mediolanum. I don't think anyone can hold that against me. Reasonably, at least. Plenty of unreasonable people in this world. Alright, that's important. I need this granary to get access to labor, and it does. Okay, finally employees are needed. I knew it would come, and it has. I won't have people working here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, keep you there. Looking not half bad. I do the 1, 2, 3, 4 because these fountains have a range of 4. It would be less in a desert map. Alright, this looks borderline acceptable. I'll have plenty of food coming in. I'm actually going to shift away the engineer post to be further down here, out of the way. Because having, as I said before, markets right next to the granary, big help. Might as well put down 3 of them, because these are going to be hungry people. And who do I really like? Mars. Mars has been securing us our victories from day one, so I'll give him all the recognition he deserves. And as I said, I'm scared of culture winning here. So we'll throw down you, you, and you, and we will pray that that is not enough to win. That was actually a poor place to put that school. Hopefully that suffices, but I can't guarantee it. Because I want my Colosseum to go here. On the corner is generally better. Gladiators, are you ready? Same with our lions. And I'm going to throw an amphitheater here because theaters contribute to culture, the same culture that I'm terrified of getting too high in. And we're short of employees, but that'll change because we're getting all these employees coming in here. Mars is super happy because we're giving him all that attention, so he's going to send me that that spirit to watch over our city, and it's a little undesirable, but I think we'll throw you down here. Why not? You don't have far to go, so I will tell you to get all the goods we need. Furniture, pottery, and oil. Hopefully one guy is enough for the job. Oil, furniture, pottery. Okay, I'll set up a second one. Because I feel I'm going to have more grand insulates here than I can... Well, more than I need. More than I can feed, perhaps. Well, this isn't so hot. Probably the food situation being a bit odd for them. But really though, I can feed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I can see the issue here. I can't actually support all these guys with the food that I have. At least not right now. So I shall do away with some of them, whilst I think how better to solve my issue here. Besides, this way they can be nice and spacious, right? Decadent lifestyles. Pretty disgusting if you ask me. Speaking of disgusting, it seems like Hannibal wants to come for another round. Isn't the game playing the win music, Jake? It's playing the music that you get at 7,000 population, and I could win very easily. I just need to pop down some culture buildings. But I have been purposefully avoiding that this game, because I do not want to win on culture. Also, that is not where I want to be getting my oil from. I want this to be the oil center. I find the devolutions here a little concerning. Why would they be devolving? Is it the lack of employees? Couldn't be, I have unemployment now. I should keep a close eye on it in case anything devolves again, but a watched house never devolves, as everybody knows. And these guys need hospital access instead of clinic access, because I need to keep my... What has happened? What has happened? Okay, pottery is suffering. Even though we have all this. Okay. I see it now. I see exactly what has gone wrong here. That happened. Allow me to explain. I disconnected this so that these furniture warehouses would not be supplying these areas with furniture. However, when you rotate a map, notice that there is no road here. I'm going to rotate the map. The road reappears. Roads will reappear if you rotate a gatehouse, or rotate a map that has a gatehouse. The gatehouse road will reappear. So that was pretty bad. All these warehouses are filled up with unnecessary goods, and that has slaughtered my plebeian workforce. Easy oversight to make, and I made it. So I've lost a whole load of goods. It was better just to get rid of them than wait for the furniture to go away. Would have taken a long time. Oh man, it never rains but it pours. We only barely have unemployment, and bear in mind I love having unemployment. I wonder if they're going to come and play. The medium insulator that I see to the south there, they're going to need a barber, no doubt, to bring them to Grand Insulate. And what can I do but oblige? You will go right there. Ah! Clever individual that I was. I got Mars to get my back there. With heaven as my mandate, I shall crush Hannibal. They could be forgiven for thinking flanking would save them, but it didn't. It'll be a while before I solve that issue to the south that crept up on me rather horribly. But it'll be solved. I just need these guys to get their imports back in place. This is also pretty horrible. Now I suspected this might happen, and it is happening. I'm not getting the goods that I need over here. I'm going to have to set up other warehouses in order to get these goods. So you, for example, will also go and get oil. And I need another one to set and go and get pottery. Because furniture we have plenty of, and that's going to be you. Can be very difficult setting up all the trade and goods to work for you. Because I am... Oh, hold the phone there. Okay, now I can import tons of pottery. That is not the problem here. Still though, it's going to take a wee while for this to balance itself out. In the meantime though, I can allow these buildings to expand to their logical extreme. It's not the most elegant block I've made. I should have made it an even number of areas on the inside. And yes, the school that I built was not correctly placed. I'm going to have to throw it there instead. Bloomin' school children. There we go. Looking good, but it'll look a whole lot better when I have... Wow, no employment problems. That's not something you see very often. Tell me about my city.
This is a good city. People like living here.
Hail! Isn't this a great city?
Life's very good in this city.
Life here is simply adorable.
Salutations! Isn't this a marvelous city?
This city gets full marks. It's a wonderful place.
Isn't this city hair-trimmingly lovely?
Citizen, I've fought in many cities in my day, and this one is up there with the best.
Damn right.
Hail! Life here is great.
So what happens when you put a bit of work into your city? Life becomes great.
Salutations!
I love collecting tax from rich houses like these.
No problems, right? There we go. That was a bit problematic. Lack of oil here is going to murder me unless I get it in quickly. What's also troubling is that these guys now are consuming 4 times as much pottery and furniture, but I think that's going to be a short-term problem. These guys are still problematic though. You guys are not getting pottery for some reason. Have you been sealed off from pottery somehow? I mean, there's certainly a route to get to it. You could be taking it. So why aren't you getting pottery? Certainly people need it. Gonna have to get rid of my own home here in order to stave off the needs. How about you get some furniture and pottery for me? And how about you do the same? Might help a bit. I wonder if the oil is just too far away for you as the crow flies for you to actually go and get it. That is possibly a problem. That could be it. It's possible. I'm going to make you the trade center then. Just in case. Which means you're getting... You are... Alright. I'm hoping this will solve things. But I still need... Yeah, you're on your way. You're actually getting that oil now, which is what I need you to do. Halfway tempted to set up another oil getting warehouse just in case. The pains you go through for a lovely looking city, but I'm going for it. Jake, when will the major fights be fought? I'm pretty sure all major battles have been done, unless Hannibal is coming at me with another extreme one. But we can take him on. I'm confident in that. I haven't done a count on these, but I should be able to support quite a few. Feels like a waste when I build on fertile plains. But we have long won this map. Alright, this is good. We got everything almost back to how it should be. I can get rid of the one by... Whoa, don't devolve on me now. I still don't have enough oil. That's painful. I mean, they go for oil, but the markets immediately drink it up. And unless he gets more in a hurry, and we're swiftly going to run out of it. I think he has a long way to get that oil, and it's not always going to be there when he arrives. Because I have a lot of imports to bring in. For example, you bring in that oil, and it is so quickly spirited away. Oh well, ever the troubles of a Roman city. Perhaps I finally just have too many buildings that my oil is on a negative spiral here. It's not impossible. It is not impossible. I mean, these guys are happy enough they're getting it, but it's a struggle to get it over where I started. Okay, speaking of struggles... Alright, he wants some, and I'm willing to give it. And this is what ended the Punic War. Part of me wonders if he's got another huge one coming or if this will be his last. Because he doesn't stand a ghost of a chance against the might of the Roman army. Jake Chat has devolved to what it always does when it's bored, feeding weeb and Dane jokes. Well, that's okay, because I always play for me. This house always falls down with us, evolves and then devolves. It is troublesome though, just not able to get enough oil over here, even though I have 3 getting warehouses. They're likely getting here, but then having no oil to get. And I would not be surprised if what I've done is I've built too many buildings. Too many people need oil. Could be the thing. I'd have to do a count though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 there. Yeah, it would help if I actually wrote these down. Bearing in mind I can support 104 at 100% efficiency of importing oil. So I got 25 there. What have I got here? Religion's a better way to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 25. 29. How many we got here? Oh god, this is going to be hell to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, let's say. 25, 29, and 30. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 25, 29, 30, and 10. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh no, that should be safe. But again, that is safe at 100% import efficiency. Import efficiency is a tough one, because this is such a big map and everything only comes by land. So that falls to you. For example, you've only given me 16 this year. And I need you to come here to drop it off. So there you go. But again, you've only given me 22 of the 25 I need this year. December rolls round and you do top me up. And then I'm free for another whole bunch of it. There's 8, there's 16. Actually, I think we are okay on the oil front. We just need it to normalize out a bit, which could well take these guys a bit of time. Oh, distant battle. The Bane. Wonder if there's a better place to stick my engineer post reaction. No, no, that's the worst place to put him. Then I block too many things off. That might be enough. But then he has to still cover everything. There, these are going to break soon. There we go.
Unemployment is... These structures were in poor condition. I came along just in time.
Got it sorted. I'll feel a bit more sorted when I have more backup oil in this location. But I think we might just have it. I'd like a few more patricians as well. Don't forget you want 10,000 citizens. That was the goal you set for yourself, Jake. I don't care if it's mathematically impossible, and neither should you. If I can support 100 buildings, then that caps me at 8,400. Oh man, these guys aren't paying tax. That I cannot allow to stand. I could definitely build a few more buildings around here safely. Safely sounds like a strange term to use here, but it's true. I got plenty of... Well, this is just such a nice loop to have. He says as devolution is rampant. Probably due to lack of market ladies. Yeah, extra market ladies will solve that, no doubt. I can see what's causing it. Jake, are you looking forward to crushing Daniel and Starnan at the Mega Man Marathon? Man, that's something Starnan completely came up with. But yeah, I'll crush him, no doubt. These market ladies are doing pretty poor at sharing the goods here. But really, it's me that does poor because I set up the whole city. I've got to accept my shortcomings, I guess. I should take into account how many people these can feed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 360. Yes, I can maths. Essentially, it'd be 20 of these. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I really should just build more, because more is more. As I said, Romans always so fussy. Okay, I wonder if this is a big one. Oh no, it's laughable. Just laughable. That said, they're going to be the ones laughing if I can't defeat them. I've been going at this far too long. Oh jinx, it's getting late as well. I had goals, but I gotta wrap this up. At least I've done a far better Mediolanum than I did when I played this 2 years ago. My Mediolanum before was, yes, some patricians, but that's nothing too difficult. My issue with my last one is that it was so many small castles, and small castles are not something to be proud of. Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Oh, that's not so good. That happens sometimes. You flood someone with a few gardens, but it becomes less desirable a place to live because they eat the gardens, and this is causing some knock-on effects. I wish I had space for a large statue to nullify out all of this, but space is a little lacking here. What can a man do? Fit can a man do? Well, more oracles are often the answer. But even if I put an oracle here, it's got a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It wouldn't actually reach them. A large statue might actually help if I threw it down here. I see all these things are now becoming extremely undesirable to live near. 1, 2, 3, 5. That won't cut it. That won't cut it at all. I could rearrange this warehouse a touch, but I really do not want to touch my issues with oil with a 60-foot barge pole. So what I'll probably do is throw this pottery workshop over here for a change, demolish this one, and stick an oracle here. That might take care of it, but it also might not. Sadly, not quite. Alright, another thought. This school could be replaced with an oracle. Never underestimate the oracle's power. There we go. Heals everything.
Salutations! This city is quite well run.
Damn right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can have more than that, right? Right? Little risky, but I think I could set one up here. Although I did say that's where I want my other granary. I have another way to deal with that. Well, I say that, I actually don't, but I'll figure it out. Amazing how fussy some of these people can be. There we go. Okay, what can I do then? I think I'm gonna set you up here. Because these guys have loads of large statues that we can probably do away with. And shove them just a little bit further back. Like that should do, right? How fussy could these guys possibly be? And then I'm going to throw you a granary and a market. And I'm going to have this. You are going to be the meat center. Just going to do away with the other one. And that means you are going to take the meat as well. I guess I just get rid of you. There's no point in having you when I could have a large statue. We'll see how big this one can get. I figure that might be an issue, so we're going to lay down some plaza here. Figures that would still be an issue, but I can replace one large statue with 2 oracles. And a medium statue in the center, just in case people get a bit antsy about that. Close. Close enough. Excellent. Not quite excellent enough. Troubling. Just a little bit too undesirable for you. I can shift the engineer post a little bit and try setting up some small statues here. Like I said, I can tweak all day. I'll probably keep tweaking until I am too tired to tweak anymore. Most regrettable, this. I wish I could throw things down to make it more desirable for you, but space is so limited, and squishing you between 2 large... hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4... You have range from this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, it's just a little too far away. But that can be solved if I throw the barber over here, and throw the fountain here, and get rid of this fountain and replace it with a medium statue. And if these disgusting lesser buildings were not around you, I wonder if the gardens will be enough this time. It is. Wow, that was close, but I got it. And we got our best kind. We managed to get our grand villas in as well, which feels good. Feels damn good. Feels so good, I think I want another. Not sure if it's going to be desirable enough to live, but the power of the Oracle is extremely potent. That should be good. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We're going to need an engineer's post, or else all this is just going to go kaput. Yeah, when I say all of it, I mean all of it. There we go. I wonder if the traders of mine can even reach here now. That'd be interesting to see. Well, whether they can or can't, it'll be okay. It's the one map that never ends. Whilst I hear it ringing in my head, I don't care if it's mathematically impossible, Jake. Get 10,000 people here. Aye. Health is good, which is a little better than I prefer it to be, but I can accept that. Culture rating is dangerously close to acceptable. And enemies closing in again. Can't really build many more buildings without quickly approaching the limit here. I could do it for a short stint, but I always like my cities to be survivable eternally. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be hitting 10,000, nor do I really feel that I have to. Actually, those are unnecessary. I think I'm going to call my city here. It's happy as a city should be. I've got grand villas and everybody else. Everybody, he says, doing a quick check, lives in Grand Insulae, making me tons of money on the taxes, which always feels good. I'm satisfied with this city. Certainly a hell of a lot better than the Mediolanum we had 2 years ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save there. I'm going to call it Happy Mediolanum. That's probably butchering the name. I'll have to check that. Caesar, what is it?
I now require a major Roman city.
Mediolanum. Wow, got it in one. Nice. I can live with this. We may as well complete the city whilst we're here. We only need a touch more culture. And we can get that through a couple of theatres. May as well make it 3. Some schools. And a library or 2 should finish the deal. Probably need an additional academy if I really want to get there. Too few academies indeed. We were always going to win. That much was academic. That said, I need to stick you somewhere. I certainly made this tight. I've seen tighter, but there you go. You'll get a tiny smidgen of employment. Oh, 39. Also, there goes all those guys. Don't run. I have schooling to provide. It's just keeping me below what I need to win as I ruin my country, trying to educate it. God damn it. Learn something. There we go, naturally.
That Hannibal could cross the Alps with his elephants was amazing. That Mediolanum would prosper despite his assault is a miracle. Your success turns the tide of the Punic War in Rome's favor. All Rome thanks you.